Hey, Tuesday morning, everyone. It's 21 News Chief Meteorologist Eric Wilhelm here with a quick weather update. I hope to keep it quick anyway. No problems today, and actually no problems tomorrow. A couple of nice summer days coming up today and tomorrow. Step outside today and you notice the change. It is much less humid than yesterday. I've got the dew points plotted up here, and at the Youngstown Warren Airport at 11 a.m. the dew point was down to 52. My dew point at my house is also kind of in that same neighborhood. The front has slipped just off to our south, so it's still, kind of muggy down in central Ohio with dew points close to 70 in Columbus and heading over towards Pittsburgh, but in northeast Ohio and northwest PA, that drier air continues sinking off to the south. So again, nice day today, nice day for tomorrow during the daylight hours. The reason I'm doing this video is because of this. This is the Storm Prediction Center's severe weather outlook, which covers tomorrow and, for us, more importantly, tomorrow night. As you can see, they have a moderate risk of severe weather in this kind of red color. Chicago, South Bend, Fort Wayne, heading over towards the Toledo area, Lima as well. Moderate risk is one of the higher categories, so there's a high likelihood of severe weather in this general corridor, kind of I-90, if you will, as we go into tomorrow afternoon, evening, and overnight. There's probably going to be some isolated tornadoes in that zone. A lot of straight line wind damage and probably some hail as well. Now, closer to the valley, we're in what we call the slight risk, which is a lower risk for sure, but still something that we pay attention to when we start getting into the slight risk category. And this concern is for tomorrow night. Again, no problems during the daylight hours for tomorrow. A couple of different things I'm going to show you here just real quickly. This is just one model. We look at a lot of models, and I could make this video 20 minutes long if I wanted, but in the interest of keeping it relatively short, I'm just going to show you what one model is showing. Now, what I'm showing you here is the wind speeds a few thousand feet above our heads tomorrow evening. This is at 11 p.m. Notice this kind of bullseye to our west. This is what we call a low-level jet. You think of the jet stream as up where the airplanes fly, 30,000 feet. But sometimes we identify these low-level kind of currents of fast-moving winds, call them low-level jets, and low-level jets are something that oftentimes feeds these convective complexes, especially ones that keep going through the overnight. And there's going to be some wind speeds a few thousand feet up in the air, up to 80 to 90 miles per hour in this zone. And any thunderstorm that goes through that can easily pull down some of those strong winds. These thunderstorm complexes, sometimes you hear us call them MCSs, mesoscale convective systems. Fancy meteorological term for a big bowing line of thunderstorms, which is kind of what we have, kind of what we expect to evolve tomorrow night. Those like to form kind of on the nose or the tip of these low-level jets. Another thing we can look at is something we call CAPE, convective available potential energy, another fancy meteorological term, basically talking about how unstable the atmosphere is. How much energy is there in the atmosphere for air parcels to lift and fuel thunderstorms? You'll notice we are pretty much, stable all day tomorrow. And then as we get into tomorrow night, here we are at 2 in the morning. We're still in the stable zone, but that said, again, these bowing lines of thunderstorms, especially the nocturnal ones, like to form kind of on the tip of the higher CAPE values. So I would expect there to be a band of thunderstorms tomorrow night that rolls through and kind of moves like this. Now, does it move through the valley? Or does it kind of miss us to the south? These are things we don't know just yet, but the potential is high enough that we want to, get you to, kind of be weather aware tomorrow night and early on Thursday. Again, just one model here, the NAM model, depicted simulated radar, 2 a.m. It kind of has, sort of a semi-disorganized look to this, which I'm not sure if that's right, but as you can see, it has a thunderstorm risk, roughly from I-70 on north in the middle of the night tomorrow night. And even 4 or 5 in the morning on Thursday, we could still be under the gun for some pretty heavy storms here. So we don't know the exact placement of this complex of storms, but the potential is there for this to possibly impact us. So we're going to have much more on this throughout the day today and into tomorrow. Hail, damaging winds, all possible with this, and particularly off to our west, some isolated tornadoes, something that can't be ruled out. All right, of course, again, more updates throughout the day and into tomorrow. Be sure you're following Jess Briganti. Andrew DiPaolo and Candace Monticelli, our weather team, has got you covered during this potential severe weather event.